All right, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Golden Phoenix podcast. I'm your host, GP, and yeah, let's get into it. For those of you that are wondering, I recorded this earlier, but I did not like the way I handled it. Even though it's supposed to be an improv type thing, it did not work out the way I wanted it to at all. So yeah, I'm gonna restart this, and hopefully it goes a lot more, lot smoother. So there's that. So yeah, how's everybody's quarantine going on here in America, in my state? Basically locked down everything except for essential workers. Grocery stores, uh, grocery stores, fucking medicine, people that make medicine, um, auto shops. There we go. Gas stations, and a couple other things that are essential. Uh, yeah. Anywho, all essential workers are able to work while everybody else has to sit down and wilt away, basically, because the majority of people don't have things shit saved up. So yeah. Um. Hopefully, though, this whatever stimulus package, this $2 trillion stimulus package that they got going on, will allow us to live somewhat. I mean, it's only a one-time package of $1,200, but yeah. So there's that. Um, so last time we talked about zombies, and I'm still disappointed. Well, I'm not disappointed. Everyone else seems to be disappointed about this whole coronavirus thing. That is not a true apocalypse. It's like it's not supposed to be. Like I understand why people want an apocalypse so bad, but it's not supposed to be an apocalypse, bro. It's because your life sucks and you want things to change instantly. It it that don't mean it should happen like that because some people actually need this type of society to thrive in, or else they'll die. Like they will literally die, not because they don't have the skills or can't learn like me. I don't have fucking survival skills. I really don't. So if apocalypse happened, I probably want to be one of the first to die. I'm gonna be honest with you, just straight up. Like I can't make a fire, hunt for food, blah blah blah. Fucking use a bow and arrow. Like I know how to use a gun, but I haven't had practice with it in so long. I don't have one, so yeah, it's just gonna be all bad for me. At least at first, I'm pretty sure I could figure some shit out. Like I'm not fucking retarded or nothing. Well, my bad. Can't say the R word. I'm not fucking stupid, but still. Yeah, I talked about living in a plane. I honestly think that's still a good idea for an apocalypse, like zombie apocalypse or otherwise. Living in a plane is not a bad idea, especially once you get to the part of the open field. It's not that bad. Not that bad. So, anyways, um, I'm here to give you guys entertainment during this time of crisis. Help get you guys past it. Hopefully for the next hour or ish, whatever. Anywho, for the next hour, you'll be here with me while I tell you guys stories and talk about whatever the fuck I want to. If you don't like it, I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of other shit you can do. Make it, find a new hobby. This is a perfect time to find a new hobby. Uh, Start up an old one, or just, I don't know, discover something new about yourself. Shoot, read that book you always wanted to read. Watch that movie or something. I started up drawing a little bit. I started writing my story. It's a fictional story, but it's still good though. I finally, I say it's good for the fact that I finally got some steam with it, and because so I had a character. I started the story all wrong. I didn't have a plot. I didn't have anything. I just had a cool character I wanted to make a story with, and it was just like, huh, what do I do with this? I don't know. I didn't know what to do with this at all. So yeah, there was that. Um, what is it? Oh yeah, so I finally it took me like honestly I've been on and off trying to make this story for about the past 2 maybe 3 years to be frank. Yeah, about 3 years almost. Huh. Or two or three. Either way, it's been a while. And yeah, I finally have a plot for this and a whole feasible story with where the rules don't contradict each other or there's not like a plot hole. That's my biggest thing is are the plot holes because this is like, all right, my story is following this logic and then all of a sudden it's just like boop and it's like fuck, I forgot. And it's crazy because the audience can pick out plot holes way faster than you can because you'll think of something, while you're in the beginning phases, and like, I don't know, maybe like a year later, like, for basic, people that make things, like a year later, like especially like a book or something, like a year later, you'll get like to the end and you'll forget about that element that you made up, way back in the beginning, and then you're like, oh shit, what do I do now? And then you're like, oh well, I'll just do this, and then the reader would be like, whoa, that's not right. That's not how that happened. All right, it's not your fault. It's just been so long since you seen that part of the story. Like I don't know how that's supposed to work though. Are you supposed to like, um, just reread every time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to be honest. Kind of hard to judge that. Like, are you supposed to just reread every time, or kind of like have a cliff note version of your book of like what you did, or play by play, not a play by play, but a recap of what happened in your story every time you come back to it. I guess for me, I feel that that's how it will have to be. But yeah, this is pretty neat. I don't know about you guys' job though. Quick note, side note about like, I don't know, expenses. Hold on. Sorry, I felt like I had I had to sneeze, and I'm like, trying not to sneeze everywhere, killing me. I hate those sneezes that they're like, oh, I'm about to sneeze, and then there's a comment. It's like, oh, come on now. I was all ready. You know what I'm saying? I was all prepared for it. Now you just not here. But anywho, yeah. What? But yeah, during this quarantine, find something new to do. Shit, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Find something new to do. Um, I know all you extroverts though are like freaking out. Facebook all the time. People are like, "Oh my god, what do I do?" And it's like, yo, it's like, yo, it's not that bad, bro. It's really not that bad. Like, you can FaceTime and shit. Oh man, people keep saying about these corona babies, the quarantines. It's gonna pop up in like 15 years or some shit like that. In the year 2035. No, seriously though. Year 2035. But yeah. It's a little crazy out there though. A little crazy. People actually dying, and we're all just trying to fix it. So, like people, there are people saying like there's some positives, like the whole less pollution in the air, and and then the seas and animals coming back like, oh hey, what's up? Pretty clear out here. What's going on? While humans clogging up the place, everybody's all like, oh cool, this is great. Clear water, clear air. I didn't look into it too much, but I had seen a source that said the ozone layer actually shrank. It's like, wow, we stopped fucking shit up for like, like a month, and shit just dropped like everything from smog, pollution, everything. Well, smog is pollution, but you know what I meant. Fuck. Anywho, there's a couple things we gotta do today. One, is a quick short story. A story that I asked a few of my friends on Facebook. I was like, "Yo, I need two nouns, a verb, and a place." So, yeah, it's going to be weird because the two nouns I got were Frieza and Chips, and then the verb I got was sparkles. See, it's present tense, not past tense, or yeah, right? It's not sparkled or sparkle. I don't know, not past or future tense. It's sparkles. So that's kind of the challenge right there. And then the place is Detroit. So somehow I gotta make a story where Frieza, Sparkles, Chips, and Frieza, Sparkles, Chips, and Detroit all make sense together. I mean, I recorded this a couple days ago. It worked out. I figured it out, but I think like I said earlier, it was just so many just distractions and everything that was going on. I don't know, like my creative juices were just tanked, and I just could not do it. So it was just horrible. I think I can make a little bit better story now. And the second thing is to kind of continue our zombie survival story. I liked it. Our story with Lisa and Mary and her dad Harold. It's funny about her dad Harold. I was trying to remember what was the dad's name, and I'm like, okay, so Harold is the dad. That's what I had at first. And so by the time I got to the end of telling the story, I forgot what the name was, or at least I thought I forgot what the name was, because it's funny because I kept saying like, oh man, I think the dude's name is Harold, but I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna say it. And I was right all along. I was right all along. It's like, yo, you were right. Just go with your instincts. So yeah, Mary's Mary's dad Harold and her mom, and the story of Mary's girlfriend Lisa. Oh yeah. Anywho, but before we start all that, we're gonna go to commercial. We'll be right back. Would you like to know the story of how two generic gay white guys fall in love? Of course you do. Say no more. This August, learn about how John, the suave, sexy, tall, masculine, yet soft, man's man finds his more softer side with the unsuspecting Michael. This August 2020, meet John and Michael in theaters. This film is not yet rated. Who can stop Mad Electric Man from stealing all the power in the city? None. It can be none other than the Justice Kids. Join us in this new cartoon with the Justice Kids as they fight their arch nemesis, Electric Man as he tries to steal all the power from Power City. Yes, finally, Power City will be mine. Not if I can help it. Come, Justice Kids, away. Justice Kids. They're small, but they pack a mighty punch. Find it on your local network today. All right, and we are back. All right, let's do this story about Chips, Sparkle, Frieza, and Detroit. Okay. Lord Frieza, I have returned from Earth and requested the item. God damn it. Start over. Lord Frieza, I have returned from Earth and found the item that you have requested. Show it to me. What is this? It sparkles in the light. I believe that is what they call. Those are what they call chips, Lord Frieza. Chips. Quite the delicacy. The name of this package says, "A better made." What? Where did you say you got this from? Earth, my lord. Yes, I know that. I'm not an idiot. Like, do you take me for an idiot? No, Lord Frieza. Then tell me exactly on Earth. Where exactly on Earth did you get these from? A place called Detroit, Lord Frieza. Yes. Detroit. I guess that'll be the one place that I won't destroy in my new conquest of Earth. Tell the men immediately to set up a perimeter around this Detroit. I shall take all their chips. Well, they are quite the delicacy for me. Yes, my Lord Frieza. Now, move. Alright, that was the story. Well, it's kind of the best I could do. Apparently, Lord Frieza is going to take over the planet for some chips. Around Detroit, no less. Nice. Alright. Alright, Alright, so let's talk about this other story of Lisa and Mary. Or Mary and Lisa, sorry. Where we last left off, Mary and Lisa, Mary just shot her mom, which the noise attracted. Yes, the noise attracted plenty of other zombies. And as they started to surround the house, Mary and Lisa ran inside and shut the door behind them. Lisa running out to the other side of the house and closing the back door that was wide open. As they started bolting all the doors and using the wood in her basement, using the wood in the basement that Harold, Mary's father again, used as a wood shop. They started using the spare wood down there to board up the windows. And after that was done, they had to think of a plan. They said, Lisa told Mary that she was scared. She didn't think it'd be this bad out here too. Mary was also scared and worried. She was more devastated than she thought, but the fear was getting the best of her. The adrenaline was pushing back the tears of the death of her parents. In the back of her mind, she slowly realized how detrimental this zombie apocalypse was. And Lisa married her shots fired. they peeked out the upstairs bedroom window and seen four people, three guys and one woman. One of the men looked kind of younger, probably teenager, so more likely probably around maybe 14, 15. Two, the two of them, Mary kind of recognized. One Mary recognized very well. One of them was John. Of course, John was the typical tall, strapping, blonde farmhand, that can lift a bale of hay in one swift movement. Wrestle bears and I don't know, whatever bullshit farmhands do. And the other one was named Tim. And Tim was a little bit older, around about 35 or so. So Mary knew Tim, but not totally. And then there was the woman that was with her. Assuming she assumed was either. She assumed that was with Tim, along with the teenager that was with him as well. Because as far as she knew, John didn't have any siblings. So after the four group of newcomers took out the zombies, took out the zombies. Took out the zombies surrounding the house. They called out for Mr. and Mrs. Worcestershire. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Worcestershire. Harold, Clara, are you guys out there? John cried out. Tim walked around back. Tim told John that he was going to walk around back and see if there's any more stragglers. With the area seemingly clear for now, Mary popped her head out the window and called out to John. John, not instantly recognizing who this was confused. But as soon as he recognized Mary, he was elated, and he asked her if her parents were safe inside the house. They saw the zombies and feared the worst. Mary said she would explain when she got down. John kind of figured that might not be so good. His heart feared the worst, for he was fond of Mr. and Mrs. Worcestershire. He spent many nights on their farm. They had plenty, as Mr. and Mrs. Worcestershire were beloved by all the community. And they hosted plenty of events for the townsfolk to come and just fellowship. And it was very nice for them. But so everybody did love Mr. and Mrs. Worcestershire. But when Mary explained what happened to Harold and Mary's mother, I guess her name is gonna be Clara. So yeah, Mary's mother, Clara. He stopped for a second. Tim, finishing his rounds, he also heard the news. Questioned Mary again just to clarify, but hearing upon it was true, kind of stared off into the distance in unbelief. So as he um, gained, so they all, as they all moved inside, Mary explained her circumstances. Um, but Lisa couldn't help but notice that the woman that was with them, whose name was Mary, as Tim introduced her as his wife, and the teenager, his son, Kevin, Lisa can help but notice that Wendy had this weird look in her eyes and always pointed at Mary, always pointed at Lisa. A little less, the same, she gave the same look to Mary, but more so to Lisa, and it bothered her. She couldn't, I was like, she thought she knew what the look was, for she had received that look all the time. She received that look plenty of times before, and she honestly was disappointed. You'd think an apocalypse would get rid of people's prejudice, but honestly, it just removes the societal barriers that keeps them at bay. So, with this supposed revelation in Mary's mind, it also put her at ease. I mean, at not at ease, at made her uncomfortable. So, which Mary could realize. So when John had explained to Mary that uh, him and Tim had formed a small group of survivors, more of no more than 10, that they wanted them to join, and said it was, you know, more safety in numbers and no place for a woman to be out on her own in such a big property. They could help it. She said no. She declined, and said that basically they would just be trading partners from now on, or at least as far as they could muster, as long as they could muster, they could be trading partners. Mary, who knew how to upkeep the farm for the most part, uh, she explained that to John, and John realized, well, that might have been for the best, especially since with Harold and Clara being dead, there was no one else to take care of the farm, and no one knew the ins and outs like she did. So they felt it was the best, even though John felt a little saddened about about her declining his offer. Wendy Wendy, again Tim's wife, felt relieved yet slightly disgusted, as if she thought this lesbian whore were. She felt that Mary thought that this lesbian whore was somehow better than her. That which was completely untrue in Mary's case, but Wendy cannot help but feel this resentment. So as they walked out, they said they would check on them in the morning, and if they needed anything, they were just down the road and just to holler. And but Mary did. Mary did say that that they did need that they would need help in the morning to help get rid of all these deadly all these dead zombie bodies. Hopefully, find a good patch to burn them in. Realizing it was getting pretty dark. It was not completely dark, but about a half hour left, according to the watches that they had, until sunset. So they figured they'd go ahead and call it a day and meet up in the morning for a better plan. And after all the doors were locked and windows were boarded up and everything had settled down, Mary and Lisa looked at each other and embraced. She cried, honestly. Mary cried. She had done so since this all began. She hadn't had time to sit down and process what this zombie apocalypse meant. So many people gone, so many lives changed in an instant. So she wondered, is this what her life was going to be like? Of course, they had dealt with death before, with the random citizens passing in front of them during the first few moments of this disaster, to Lisa's parents, finding them dead in their home, but to actually see the deaths of Mary's parents in front of their own eyes, and for Mary to have taken her own mother's life, devastated her. As I said before, their relationship was strained, but they were still her parents. And she may not have loved them in the traditional sense, but the familial bond was still there. And it broke her heart that it was just gone, just like that. And as they tried to get a good night's sleep, they sat there tossing and turning, constantly reliving nightmares of the last few weeks of this impending doom that seemed to be what is now their daily lives. And also the fact that there were zombies out there scratching at the fence posts. A couple, they think, made it to the house. They heard it scratching at the windows. So, if there was any sleep to be had, it was very little. As Mary and Lisa didn't even sleep in a bed. They slept in the bathtub with the door locked, the guns in hand, and embraced for dear life. And that's the story. And that's where we're gonna leave our story right now. I know it probably wasn't as long as the last one, honestly. I'm not entirely sure where this story's gonna go. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, do you honestly think that they should continue with it or not? I don't know. Anywho. But before I hang it up, honestly, I thought that I thought this was gonna be longer. Honestly, well, yeah, the Mary and Lisa story, I thought that was gonna be longer, but I also thought that the Frieza getting chipped story, yeah, I thought that was gonna be longer too. Honestly, I don't know. I guess I could have made it longer. I don't know. Could have had Goku come in and try to fight Frieza, but it honestly would have been just dragged out way too long for no reason. So, that's how that is. It do what it do, you know. um. So I've been keeping myself occupied during the quarantine. Yeah, basically just been playing video games, and like I said, trying not to eat so fucking much. I have been working out. I've been doing uh, just body strength exercises every other day. You know, honestly, just simple push-ups and sit-ups. Really, nothing too complicated, too fancy. I guess I could put in some leg work in there, but you know, it's whatever. Um, Not trying to freaking gain weight again like I did earlier this year. I no earlier, well, like I did last year. I'll say, um, because when I moved in last year, yeah. By the time, let's see, about middle of summer ish, more like beginning of summer, I gained weight. That shit was ridiculous. I gained like 30 pounds from like when I first moved into this area, about back in 2018. Yeah, I gained like 20 pounds. The shit was ridiculous. So yeah, it didn't work. It was it was bad. I was just eating, and then really funny thing is, really what made me like lose weight was the fact that I just got poor. Like I lost my job, and then I had fallen behind on some bills, so I was trying to catch up on bills and shit. And then I lost my, and then like 5 months later, my job downsized, so I lost the job I just got, that job. So yeah, it's really just been like kind of just constantly trying to catch up on bills. I mean, the only good thing that happened within like the past really 6 months was the fact that I got the chance to pay off my car note. So you know that's a good thing. I own a car again. Yeah, it's just I have owned a car since my first car, Tim the first. Yeah, I named my car Tim. I've had like two other cars. The other one got repossessed, and this one, I don't know, this one is mine now. Tim the third, old Tim Junior, Tim the second. He didn't make it. So yeah, Tim the third. Tim the third is part of the family now, I guess. So yeah, there's So yeah, that's just the only silver lining, but that's part of that. But yeah, I've been playing video games. The part of the video games I've been playing is I've been playing Arkham Knight. I've been playing the Batman Arkham series. You know, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. I've been playing those again. Um, yeah, I've been playing those. I played Deadpool. Been playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Uh, yeah, that's honestly now that I have internet now. It's honestly been going pretty good. Well, it's more interesting now. I'll say. I haven't completed the story mode. Excuse me, all the way. Although I should, but I haven't completed the story mode all the way. Um, Completed the story mode all the way. Yeah, I have not done story mode. Just oh no, I just thought of something. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that's for later. Well, not for later. Later for me, not for you guys. Sorry. But yeah, yeah, I've been playing online now. I've been getting my ass kicked. So I mean, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I've been playing online, so it's a lot more interesting now. But yeah, I have internet now, so like if you guys want to hit me up on PlayStation and I don't know, play something. I'm not entirely sure what. I don't do Fortnite or like stuff or that kind of shit. Like I really don't. Like battle royales are just not my shit, man. Like I will, but they're not my shit. So I mean, it's whatever. I don't know. Do you guys ever feel like that you're just losing your connections with people? Like honestly, like that's what I feel like sometimes. Like I'm just constantly losing my connections with people. Like I try not to be like, I don't know. Like I feel like it's because I'm just so awkward. Like I try not to be awkward and try not to make things weird, but it don't work out. It just does not work out. I know I just can't. I can't. I don't know how to not do it, and it's so bad because it's just like I know it's like my brain is like I know this is awkward, but I don't know any other way to do this. So this is what's happening, and it's just like, fuck, I don't know what to do. Like I don't know how to not, I don't know, be me at this point. It's been going on for 28 years, and by now it's just like, well, fuck. And I feel that's kind of gonna be the reason why I'm single, honestly. Other than the fact that I'm not experienced enough in a lot of different things, I don't have a lot of different experiences, so I don't really know, like, and I don't have a lot of variety of different interests. I don't. You would think I do, but I don't. And so you're like, well, why would you make a podcast? You should. Look here, I'm not fucking Joe Rogan, all right? God damn it, I'm not a fucking MMA science enthusiast, health nut, fucking political comedian junkie, all right? That does fucking DMT and mushrooms and weed. Like fucking serious. This guy, he's a real. He's honestly though, like for real, he's a pretty well rounded guy. That's why his podcast does so well. He can get a variety of different guests on his show and just kind of just talk, you know. Where they just want to talk about just like random hypothetical shit about the fucking universe. They want to talk comedy, talk fighting, talk, sports, talk, science. He's well versed. I'm pretty sure he does his research, but yeah, he's pretty well rounded guy. He's a hunter, so yeah, he's a pretty well rounded dude. Unlike me, I'm not a well rounded guy at all. Like my friend, he had I'd ask people like, where's their zombie apocalypse plans? I think I told you guys this, but I asked my friend, I asked my friends on Facebook, it's like, yeah, what are your zombie apocalypse plans? Some people said this, some people said that. The other guy was like, yo, you know, I got some land, that's all good and shit. If you want to come through, what are your skill sets? I was like, I don't even have any. I'm gonna be honest, I don't. But like I said, I guess, if I don't get eaten or get shot by some random dude with a fucking gun just because he felt like it, that's honestly my biggest fear. Just getting killed by some random dude just because there are no rules. That people are gonna be like, oh, I get to kill this guy and take his shit, And it's like, yo, what the fuck? I'm trying to survive just like you. Why would you do that? Whatever. But yeah, though, if I can survive that, uh, if I can survive that, I think I'll learn. I think I'll learn a little bit. Like I said, I know how to use a gun, so I don't have one, but I know how to use one though, so it's not a problem. And all right, so it's not a problem. I haven't, I don't have I have a general knowledge of firearms, so yeah, whether it be shotguns, rifles, not rifles, shotguns, handguns. Oh yeah, assault rifles. Yeah, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Shit. Bring me a fucking 249 M50 cal. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't fucking matter. Fucking let's go. Let's do this. I fired them all. Well, I ain't fired them all. I have fired a lot of them though. They are fucking fun to fucking shoot. I see the enthusiasm in it. You know what I'm saying? They're fun to fucking shoot. Making a lot of things go boom is fun. It really is fun. So there is that. Yeah, as long as no fucking nut job kills me with with this fucking, I don't know, just because he can. I think I'll do all right. But I honestly think the plane thing is a good idea. So yeah. You guys got any Oh right, I've also been playing The Sims. So that's a thing. It's so weird to play, to be honest. Cause the first and only Sims game I played was Sims 2, and they had this autonomous mode where the Sims would kind of like do things according to their own interests. Like you still had to like pursue their goals that they wanted, but they still like did like basic stuff. You know, like oh I'm hungry, I'm gonna go eat. And so that's what my Sim is doing now. I don't know, but in The Sims 2, they also had like a kind of a manual mode where the sim you could move your sim around and the sim wouldn't do anything unless right the sim wouldn't do anything unless you instructed them to do it. So like it's cool, but I don't know. Like I think some mechanics in the Sims are just it's just honestly just weird. Like because like my sim takes too long to eat. They take food too fucking long to eat, yo. It's like, yo, it don't take like a whole hour to eat French toast. It's like a half hour at most to make and eat French toast. Half hour. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to be fucking fancy with it, it's 45 minutes. But this motherfucker takes like an hour and a half to like make and eat French toast. And it's like, yo, you don't have this long. You can't do all this shit. What are you doing? And it's kind of crazy like how often shit breaks down in the game. You know, it's like yo, this shit breaks down faster than this shit breaks down faster than in real life. Like real life shit don't break down this much. My refrigerator broke down like twice in a year. It broke down twice in a year, and my toilet broke down about I think like 3 times. It's like yo, the stove caught on fire. It's so crazy. The stove caught on fire twice. Yeah, my stove broke down 3 times. Caught on fire twice. Had to. Did I replace it? Yes, I had to replace the stove because it caught on fire, and it just was just on fire and dead and done. Like, it was crazy because I was kind of tripping because I was trying to figure out like how do I put my sim out because my sim caught on fire too. So I was like, what do I do? And I didn't realize I could just get in the shower. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. There's got to be a better way to put the fire out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, a thing or something. Anywho, there's that. Um, but um, yeah, it's kind of like gripes and moans about The Sims. This is the I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if I turn off the free will, it seems so weird saying that. Like I'm gonna turn off your fucking free will, you goddamn Hedrick. This is here saying the name of the church. Like I don't know. It's so weird. Like I don't know, but like seriously though, like if I turn off the free will, like maybe they'll stop doing stupid shit because they'll like jump over and do something else, and it's like, yo, clearly it says that you're hungry or tired or whatever, but you're gonna jump and do this other thing. I'm like, you're not supposed to be a realistic human. Like you're not supposed to be this realistic shit. But yeah, that's my complaints about The Sims 4. Apparently, this Sims 5 trailer came out, but I'm like, yeah, I don't believe that one bit. Because, first of all, they didn't show any gameplay. They just showed, like, some buildings, a cinematic of some buildings. Like, it was nothing. They showed nothing. And my thing is, how is the DLC for this? I didn't. Okay, first of all, I didn't fucking know that like the Sims wizards and all this other Sims pets and shit was like DLC. I thought it was actual like fucking um a different game like altogether. But no, it's just DLC for the same game. And it's like, yo, why are they 30? Why is it $30? That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking money. So yeah, no bueno, no bueno about that at all. But yeah. Hopefully the next bit of this story will be longer. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. I'm sorry about Instagram, honestly. Like, okay, so the Instagram thing is not going as planned. I have not posted there in like 2, 3 months, maybe even 4 at this point. I'm not even sure, but it's been a minute since I posted on Instagram. Um, yeah, yeah, no. That is not been going well. So if you follow me on Instagram, my bad. I don't know, I need to post more. But yeah, uh, Instagram, right? Follow me Twitter, Instagram. Follow my meme page on Facebook. Like I know like people don't do that, but I got a meme page. I know, I know. For actual meme lord, that's kind of pussy shit. Like a real meme lord would just post it on his actual profile. But I'm like, I don't want to. Honestly, honestly, I think the meme page is better because I've actually gotten an audience with that, so I actually like doing that better. So yeah, meme page is better, and honestly, there's a lot more freedom because somebody knows who you are. So it's not like you gotta worry about your fucking mom or something like, this is inappropriate, take it down. It's so stupid. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, follow my meme page on Facebook. He's a stand-up kind of guy on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at G_P_podcast. Again, that's G_P_podcast. I mean, if you haven't got it by now, just fucking rewind the video, or fucking rewind it and fucking find it again. God damn it, I ain't repeating that shit. Um, ow. Um, Also, if you want to fucking like or subscribe, I'm trying to do this a little bit more often. Like I said, I got internet now, so it can be less of a hassle to actually put shit up now. So yeah, definitely, definitely will be putting up more content a little bit more often. See how this goes. Um, we'll see how this goes. So yeah. Oh, check out for that story soon for more. Well, more Lisa and Mary story. I don't know about the story I'm writing. This story I'm writing, it's decent. It has potential. I just need to flesh it out a little bit more. It's a bit some world elements that are just off. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Um, but yeah, let me know what it do for this whole for this quarantine. You know what I'm saying? What have you been doing? Uh, do you think that this quarantine is going to lead into a new art renaissance? Honestly, it could if people devoted attention to actually staying inside. Actually being creative, like you can, like shit. Also, minimum wage need to be $15 an hour. Just saying though. But yeah though, like just saying, like I think I think it could have a new art renaissance during this whole quarantine thing, but I don't know, probably not because people don't listen and people are like literally refusing to stay inside. But yeah, hit a brother up, hit that. I don't want to say like and subscribe. 'Cause I don't put out that often. So, do what you want. Peace.